Today, I want to go over my top 5 easiest houseplants. Stay tuned. Alright, so first up, we've got the ZZ plant. This guy thrives on neglect. So if you're the type of person that likes to get a houseplant and then you completely forget that you own it, or maybe you travel a lot but you still want to come home and have some green in your home, this is definitely the plant for you. I brought this in late September, I believe, and so far I've only watered it once. And since I've stopped watering it, it's put out a whole bunch of new shoots. All of those little light green guys are the happy new shoots on my plant. I pull it down off of its shelf maybe once a month and just kind of give the leaves a quick wipe. And it's also great as a low light house plant, so you don't need a lot of bright light and windows all over your house. So yeah, number 1, ZZ plant. Try it. Get a ZZ plant. Next plant on my list at number 4 has got to be the Sansevieria. It thrives on neglect, it thrives on dryness. I absolutely love the Sansevierias because not only are they extremely easy to take care of, they're great low light plants, but they also come in a huge variety. They're also super easy to propagate. I know this one I cut off of my mom's plant and shoved it in some dirt in late October, and it's putting out new leaves constantly. It's completely rooted in now, and it looks great. But you can get them nice and small and petite like this one and the other one that I showed you, or you can go ahead and get them much, much larger. This is a few cuttings of the Sansevieria that I pulled off of an enormous pot that I bought at the nursery, and it was just too bushy and too big around. So I cut off some of its babies and I shoved them in a pot, and so far it's doing really good. It's also really big, tall. Once again, super easy to take care of, does really well in low light, does really well if you neglect it. If you overwater it, you'll probably rot it. Alright, so for this next one, I really couldn't decide which one to choose. I find them both extremely easy, and they're also both really pretty. So maybe this will be a top 6 video. Anyway, let's get to it. We've got the Wandering Jew. I really like the Wandering Jew because it's just gonna make you feel really good about being a plant owner. Right now this plant is bone dry and needs a really good watering. But as you can see, it's still very perky and happy looking and pretty. They grow extremely fast once they take root, and they're super easy to propagate. And tied with the Wandering Jew, my Peperomia serpens variegata. I sometimes water it, maybe like once a month. And I thought it had stopped growing over the winter for a little while, but then I was looking at it the other day and I noticed it is getting some new leaves and it's flowering. It's the flowers for these guys. Middle to end of winter and it's flowering. And I can have a much fuller head of hair if I could use the Peperomia serpens as a wig. I'm sorry, but look at those leaves. You should get one. All right, coming in at number 2 on my top 5 list of easiest houseplants, the Philodendron. It's gonna make you feel successful as a plant owner, because no matter what you do to them, they just continue to grow. I bought this one, and the first thing that I did was I chopped a bunch off of it, and it's grown back. So I chopped a bunch off of this guy, and then I made this little pot. So this here is the Philodendron Brazil. It's probably, I'm saying it's one of my favorite varieties just because I don't have a whole heaping load of different variety of Philodendron. I do have the Philodendron Lemon Lime. Actually, you know what? There we have it. There she be. I had somebody ask me how it's doing, and it is doing quite well. I think it's put out 3 or 4 or 7 new leaves, and it just keeps getting longer and bigger and bigger and longer. The Philodendron is super easy. You can let it dry out a bit. I think they suggest not to let it dry out all the way. The leaves will get a little droopy and kind of sad looking, and then you throw some water into the pot and they bounce back. They look super happy and pretty. It's a pretty plant. You should get one because they're really pretty. And they're really easy to take care of. You can grow these in no light, artificial only. You can grow these in bright indirect light. You can grow these in medium light. You can grow them anywhere. Put it in your closet and see how it does. It'll probably still be alive. It's a biggins. Eventually, one day, I plan on having that guy wrapped all around my photo collage. That'd be pretty cool. But anyway, enough about the Philodendron. Let's get to my number 1 easiest and quite possibly favorite houseplant of all time. The Pothos. They're extremely easy to propagate. You can put them in bright indirect sunlight. You can put them in really low artificial light. You take a little snipping by a leaf and shove it in some water, and within a week or two, you got a whole new plant. This one here is a Jade and Pearl. These are a little slower growing, so they don't trail quite as fast. This one here is a Silver Pothos, I believe. Same as this one. Silver and Pothos. The leaves are much bigger. They do grow much slower, but as you can see, I've got new leaves unfurling all over. This one's a new leaf. I'm just waiting for it to get its color in. This one here is a Pothos Jade. It's not variegated at all. This here is the most common Pothos. You can find them just about anywhere. You can find them in any nursery. You can find them in any big box store, grocery store, pet store, probably. But this one, the more sun it gets, the more variegation it'll get. It'll just get brighter and prettier. But if it's in a dark spot, it still grows like a weed. It's just a little more green. So while editing down this video, I realized that I completely forgot to leave an ending clip. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that this video inspired you to get a couple of your own houseplants, add some green to your life, and realizing that it can be easy. I do have a few videos planned coming up soon. Some of them are going to be on propagation, some of them are going to be on seed starting. I have an elephant ear bulb that I plan on planting indoors and seeing how it does. So if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and leave me a comment down below, letting me know what you want to see next, what you liked, and what you didn't like. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. I got a cat hair in my eye. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way about my channel.